Hi guys, this is Lachette with Scarlet Moon Creations. Ooh. And I'm back with this new video. This is a video about my December Elemental month ahead reading and a preview for my January 2019 month ahead reading. So, as always, let's look at the cards that I pulled for each element in December and go over how they manifested or what they meant to me during that month. So first, in the element of air, I've got the Three of Discs or Works from the Top Tarot. Then for the element of fire, I've got the King of Wands from the Deviant Moon Tarot. For the element of water, I got Caradwyn from Wealth Mythology, or the Priestess in the Llewellyn Tarot, which is based on Welsh mythology. And lastly, for my only oracle deck in this reading, I've got Neris the Alchemist for my element of earth, and she is from the Fairies Oracle deck. So my December was busy. I got a lot done. It was a very well accomplished December, and things just seemed to come together. It was, as always, like honestly, from like the end of October through the end of January, like those 4 months are like very reflective times for me. And also like planning times. So if you watch like some of my other videos, I do plan with me videos, and this is basically the time of year where I plan the next year coming. And to do that, I kind of review and look over what happened in the year before. And that's kind of what was happening to me, you know, mentally in December. Like things were coming together, plans were coalescing. I was making connections and understanding better what I wanted to do with my life going forward, at least for the next year. And this was all happening mostly in a mental space. And also kind of reviewing business decisions I'd made and didn't make and didn't follow through on, and other things, just very well reflected with this card. I wasn't sure exactly how I thought this was going to work, but it turned out pretty good to me. I think I thought when I first picked this card that, you know, there might be a little chaos, a little fortressing. I don't know why. The pyramid here in the center makes me think of a fortress, but it's, you know, it's protecting from what looks like waves on the outside, and then the discs are kind of the foundation, the cornerstones of this pyramid building. And that's not a bad thing, but I think I was more focused on the chaotic waves on the outside rather than the rest of what was happening, because I didn't quite understand. And I think now, looking back, which is why I do these videos, on my month, my mental headspace, there were times when I felt like I could get overwhelmed, but I just kind of pushed through and kept going, and got things done. And some of the cornerstones are family and friends. I had a good friend who, like, I guess saw my minor cry for help at one point of getting overwhelmed and was like, yeah, you got this. And don't forget to take a break to give yourself some self-care time, which is not ironic, but amusing that someone else had to tell me this. So that was my air card. Fire representing creativity, my passions, and it was the Knight of Wands. This is one of my favorite cards. If you are following me on Instagram, you've seen you will see me talk about this post, or you might have seen it already. Yeah, probably. This video has gone up. The cards that resonate with me personally. This is one of them. The Knight of Wands in this particular deck especially is just so likable to me. I just like the color scheme, and it's just like he's very grounded and he's in charge. I'm sorry, I keep saying knight. It's the King of Wands. Sorry. The King of Wands. He's very grounded. He's in charge. He has things getting done. And he's also well loved and creative and liked, and that is kind of the balance that I guess I always want in a leadership position anyway, whether from those who are leading me or how I want those I lead to see me. But I was basically leading myself in December. Creatively, it was mostly my business and having a huge sale, my semi-annual sale, and in December it's the one that has the most money off. So it was kind of insane putting that together, promoting it, and getting things done, but also like getting all the orders out. And I also participated in a few reading challenges or read-alongs, so that it was also like, kind of putting together my life, putting together the things that I like, and just being on top of stuff, getting it all done. I'm still like kind of in awe. I'm like, my God, Lisha, look what you did. So that's enough about that card. Next is my water card, which is the Priestess. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, my IGTV story for 31 Days of Tarot, where I answer the question about what cards resonate with me personally. This is one of my favorite Priestess cards, and it's Caradwyn, one of the goddesses that I and my coven follow. And she is just one with nature here. You can't get any more, if I can get it to focus on the card for a second. You can't get any more connected to nature and comfortable than this card. I guess I kind of aspire to this a little bit, but this is water, which is like emotions, relationships, and I guess this was kind of a symbolic of me being immersed in them in December. December, there's a lot of holidays, which means there's a lot of family time for me. And that was good. It was difficult, but it was still good because I love my family. And for the most part, enjoy my times with them. But this was also like an immersive month emotionally as far as my relationships with them go, and just kind of like I was in my feelings a lot in ways that I wasn't expecting. So I think I can expect more of this in 2019, as difficult as it will be. And lastly, I have For my Earth card, Nellis the Alchemist. And I think I mentioned this in my December preview, the November elemental reading video, that I didn't know what to think of this card. Alchemy is kind of like something that slightly goes over my head. And just the idea of it is creation. It often feels like making something out of nothing, and it definitely happened this month. There are times when I ran out of supplies for things. I had so many orders at the last week or of December that I was not expecting, and I was just like, this never happens. So wow, wow, and wow. So enough of the wow, but I this like the overwhelm was kind of in that area of money and business, and I just kept telling myself, it's okay, you can handle it, you'll do it, everybody will get what they paid for, what they deserve, and I made some great stuff, and I'm sending off these packages internationally, and they're smelling so good. I had some shipping issues, problems with the post office, problems with my jar supplier, which I'm still having, by the way. And yet everybody has gotten all of their orders in a relatively timely fashion and loved every dang thing in the box. So good things happened. Like, I made things happen despite not feeling grounded. There are times in the past I would have given up. I would have probably reimbursed people for their orders. Like, I can't handle this, but I can, and I did, and it was wonderful. So that was my December. And with that, that ends the year, the elemental year ahead spread that I created for myself in December of 2017 for the entire year of 2018. So now what I'm going to show you real quick in my tarot journal is my 2019 year ahead spread. So bear with me, little show. So here we are. Hi. Here is my spread, the one that I write out every year. I have to pick my 52 cards. On the bottom here are my cards for the year, and I did my energy reading video, which you can find linked in the description and above there in the card. But so at the top are my cards for January. So let's look at these cards real quick in my January preview. So for the element of air, still using the Thoth Tarot, I have the Seven of Wands, or Valor. And this is looking pretty powerful to me, this card. And it really goes with this month and this zodiac sign we're dealing with. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out. It's just a very creative mindset and can-do attitude, which I'm glad will continue. Now, for the element of fire, with my Deviant Moon Tarot, I've got the Three of Wands. As you can see, things are growing with a little help, a little magic of the moon, and I'm watching the fruits of my labor rise. I like that idea. Feeding them as well. These are my babies. And I do have some plans for making things, so hopefully that's a good look at what I'm creating, that it will start to grow this month. Next, in the element of water with the Llewellyn Tarot deck is the Five of Wands. So still kind of fighting myself and my beliefs. I'm not sure, well, not my beliefs, but I'm not sure what I believe is the right path to follow on. Still building on these emotions, and it's difficult. This is also my water card of the year, so this is the energy I'm going to be dealing with the entire year, not just January. And lastly, for my element of earth card, I have Mick the Myromancer. I just wanted to make sure I got that. And I'm not sure about this guy. For the element of earth, I mean, he seems very grounded. He's similarly to the priestess Caradwyn, I just kind of disappearing into the leaves, and it's black and whites, or shades of gray and shades of beige, I should say. So he's kind of camouflaged as well. So we'll see what exactly that means. But I'm going with positive because I'm a positive person. So thank you all for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.